Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has gotten a major rejection almost exactly at my main price target. Be very careful right now because unfortunately today I do have some more bad news. Let me show you. Now, first you're going to see Bitcoin has been for the past few days pushing beautifully towards the upside, directly towards a major area of resistance. We have been talking about our golden Fibonacci ratio aligning very nicely with an anchored VWAP area of resistance at, let's just say, 69,500 US dollar area. Yesterday, we also got a beautiful short position entry. Zooming in right now on the 30-minute or maybe even on the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see we got a major push towards the upside, slightly above our golden Fibonacci ratio, took the recent high for a liquidity grab or a swing failure pattern, and then simply Bitcoin has gotten quite a nice rejection back towards downside. Of course, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, you probably know about this exact post where I said Bitcoin has just swept the previous high. This can potentially be a nice short entry with an easy invalidation level above the high, and it really does look like. If you traded this specific liquidity grab, you literally entered a short or a sell position almost exactly at the top right here. Additionally, what you're going to see right here, looking right now at the order flow, it does seem like a lot of people exactly at the top right here, they were entering not short positions as we were doing right here, but actually brand new long positions, trying to get some kind in a breakout trade right here. But it does look like that when we zoom in here, the CVD indicator at this specific area was getting a major push up. What does that mean? Buying pressure is coming in, open interest also getting a push towards the upside, which simply means people are entering brand new long or buying positions exactly at the top. And what can potentially go wrong? I mean, it clearly does look like we then got a major push down, liquidating all people that fired a long position right here, because you can definitely notice on the rejection back down, we have gotten quite a nice bearish liquidation spike. So yes, people usually do not really know exactly what they're doing, but I would actually say the strategy is very, very simple. Try to sell high at a very important area of resistance, try to buy low at a very important area of support, and that is exactly what we have been doing with our trades. Of course, I do right now still remain in my long or a buy trade on Bitcoin from approximately 65,500 US dollars, but the reality is, as I said yesterday, I am taking a lot of profits at this specific golden Fibonacci ratio simply because it's a major area of resistance. But also right now, only a few hours ago on this rejection back down, Bitcoin has hit a very important area of support. We go right now with our fixed range volume profile, measuring the entire bottom price action, and you're going to notice only a few hours ago we hit our value area high, the upper volume area of support, almost to the exact dollar accuracy. And also what you're actually going to see right here, liquidity usually gets swept. On the first push down, you can see we formed quite a significant wick. Then another push down, take the liquidity below the recent low, hit our value area high, and right now for sure, Bitcoin is getting some kind of a bounce back towards the upside. But I would actually say like that, losing the upper volume area of support right here, losing the value area high, yes, unfortunately it is going to be a major red flag, and in this scenario we are looking right here for quite a significant push towards downside. Later in the video I am going to show you what are going to be some very important area of resistances you really need to pay attention to, and also why potentially in the upcoming hours they are going to get hit. But once they are hit, you should really be very, very careful, especially if Bitcoin does get another rejection back down, losing our value area high right here, the most important volume area of support right now on the entire chart. And because of that, I would really appreciate if you right now smash up the like button, because yesterday we got 500 likes. Today I do think approximately 600 likes are definitely possible. But also thank you for subscribing to the channel right here. Right now, let me do share with you a reason why potentially Bitcoin in the upcoming hours is actually going to get another push up, because what you're right now going to see, pay attention once again to the CVD indicator and also to the open interest indicator. You can clearly see we are getting right here quite a significant lower low, which means selling pressure on Bitcoin is coming in. But overall speaking, we are still getting right here some kind of a higher low, which means even though selling pressure is right now coming in the market, it is getting absorbed. And because it's getting absorbed right here, it is going to be a bullish indication, bullish absorption. That is why potentially in the upcoming hours, we might be getting right here some kind of a bounce back towards the upside. And also right now, going with the MACD indicator or moving average convergence divergence, let's just say on the 2-hour time frame. Here, we are also getting some kind of a bullish indication. Lower low on the MACD histogram, while Bitcoin is forming right here quite a significant higher low. Very similar setup as we are getting right here also on the CVD indicator, which simply means in this scenario, it is actually going to be a hidden bullish divergence, which means higher probability that the trend on Bitcoin, it is going to continue back towards the upside. But I would actually say like that. Usually, you want to trade from level to level. And even though we are getting right here a hidden bullish divergence, even though we are right now getting some bullish absorption happening, I would say pay attention to two very important key levels when we are right now zooming in, let's just say, on the 30-minute time frame. The first significant level I would be aware of right here, it is going to be, of course, our liquidity level, because what you're right now going to see, usually liquidity gets swept. It has been happening literally right now for the past few hours right here. First, we took the liquidity above the high, we got a rejection back down. Also, exactly at the bottom right here, we got right here a liquidity sweep, and right now Bitcoin, it is getting right here some kind of a bounce back towards the upside. So we should really ask ourselves, where is going to be the first liquidity level we should really pay attention to? And you can see the first level is going to come in at approximately 69,000 US dollar area. This right here, it is going to be our first very important liquidity level, where potentially Bitcoin might even get some kind of a rejection back towards the upside. But also a bigger area of resistance, it is actually going to be slightly higher. You can now notice that when we go with our rectangle and looking at the previous structure, Bitcoin's previous highs and also the previous lows were actually coming in at approximately 69,300 US dollars, slightly higher than our liquidity level. But also right now, we go with our Fibonacci retracement from the high right here back towards the low, and it really does look like golden Fibonacci ratio coming in almost exactly at our very important area of resistance. So what can potentially happen right here? Pay attention that if Bitcoin does get right here a push towards the upside and then an immediate rejection back down, not only we are going to hit the first local area of resistance, but also potentially we might confirm a successful liquidity grab, literally something we got yesterday, and after it was confirmed, of course, we got right here a major rejection back towards downside. So definitely pay attention to this specific area once Bitcoin potentially does hit it in the upcoming hours. Now, also, what if, for example, we break the level, we don't get any liquidity grabs above the recent highs, no reactions at our golden Fibonacci ratio, and then we simply continue much higher with a major breakout? Only in this scenario, I am paying attention to another major area of resistance, which is actually going to be the weekly high term time frame level at approximately, let's just say, 72,800 US dollars. This specific weekly level, it is going to be another major one, simply because we can then connect our all-time high with the lower high right here, and you are going to see that another major trend line is going to come in exactly at our weekly. So the plan on Bitcoin is right to staying very, very simple. We right now know the first local level is coming in, let's just say right now at approximately 69,000 US dollar area. If broken towards the upside, in this scenario, it is going to be, in my opinion, a major bullish indication. And of course, in this case, we are looking right here for a major push towards the upside. But also right now, the reality is, what if we start losing our very important volume level right here, which in this scenario is going to mean major red flag? Let's look for lower targets. But of course, until we lose this specific level, yes, of course, first of all, I would like to see Bitcoin getting another push up, at least towards our golden Fibonacci ratio. And that is right now also why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonus using this specific link down below in the description, sign up on Pionex, and only after you register, you're going to get 50 USDT completely for free. Also, when you're going to deposit, you're going to get some beautiful bonuses. For example, you deposit 1,000, you get 500 USDT completely for free. You deposit 10,000, you get 1,000 US dollars completely for free using this specific link down below in the description. And actually, Pionex exchange is one of the exchanges where you can also deploy some very useful trading bots. So, of course, if you want to trade, and also if you maybe want to use some trading bots, take advantage of the free bonus using the link down below in the description right here for Pionex. Also right now, what is going to be the first important support level if Bitcoin right here, right now, does get a rejection approximately from this specific area? What are our important targets you should really pay attention to, because actually they are going to be quite low. First of all, you probably remember from our yesterday's video when we talked about the biggest volume cluster of the entire bottom price action. So measuring right now the entire range, you can see the point of control on Bitcoin is going to come in at approximately 67,800 US dollars. And this specific level, in my opinion, it is still going to be a very important one. We go with our Fibonacci retracement, we go from the low back towards the high. It really does look like golden Fibonacci ratio coming in approximately at our point of control. But in my opinion, if Bitcoin starts going towards this specific golden Fibonacci ratio, there is going to be a very high probability that we are going to feel the semi gap slightly lower coming in at 67,500 US dollars, which right now simply means if we do get right here a push down, I do think we can get some kind of a deviation from our level. We feel our semi gap right here, and only then potentially do continue our way much higher back towards the upside. The semi gap right here, it is going to be a very important support level you should really pay attention to. If, for example, right here we do get potentially another push down. But also right now, on the other hand, looking at the exponential moving averages on the 1 hourly, we are still right now moving in a very nice uptrend. The 50 EMA, the red line, it is being above our 200 EMA on the 1 hourly, and also potentially in the upcoming hours, we are also right here going to get a bullish cross, which technically speaking, it is also going to be some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication. And that is right now why, to be honest, if we are going to see a bullish cross on our 2-hour time frame, potentially, of course, also Bitcoin then breaks our first area of resistance right here back towards the upside. And let's see if we might even get a bigger breakout right here towards our major trendline area of resistance at approximately 73, maybe even 74,000 US dollar area. So again, the plan on Bitcoin is staying very simple. My next trade, if we do go higher, of course, it is going to be a short trade at approximately 73,000 US dollars. The best next long position, at least as of right now, still remains a long position below 60,000 US dollar area. Of course, for Bitcoin to hit this specific level, we literally right here need to get a major push down. But at least as of right now, I do not really see a good long position on Bitcoin right here on the 1 hourly or the 30-minute time frame. Simply, we need to wait for Bitcoin to decide if we are going to continue higher towards our much bigger levels towards 74,000, or simply if we are right here going to get a major collapse back down. But nevertheless, if you want to trade with us, you can still take an advantage of the free bonus using this specific link down below in the description. You register on Pionex, you're going to get 50 USDT completely for free, but also then make sure you deposit, because you're going to get another 500 USDT if you deposit only 1,000. You deposit 10,000, you get 1,000 USDT completely for free using this specific link down below in the description. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.